Hello and welcome back to Skye Spearfishing. In this video, I take a trip down to South Devon to go spearfishing with a friend. The clips you see at the start of this video are from my friend Lawrence. After seeing these clips, I decided that I needed to get myself down to Devon to go and explore somewhere else and just experience some warmer water and see what it had to offer. Pretty full on, eh? Pretty full on. Okay, so we are leaving Skye because the weather's atrocious and we're going on a trip to South Devon to go spearfishing with some friends. It's going to be a long drive if the weather's like this. Well, it's been a long day of travelling down to Edinburgh. Weather's been atrocious, but enjoying a wee dram.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, she's hot.
Knew she didn't like whiskey. I'd been keeping a close eye on the weather as it had been showing that there was potential for some strong westerlies and southerlies which could really affect the spearfishing. However, thankfully it was not as bad as forecasted. Yay! I managed to reach it! Nearly 700 miles later, we're in Devon and it's pishing it down. Still.
I didn't sign up for this.
Yes, you did.
I think that's
You can see the bottom there, so we're going to give it a go. Generally thought it was going to be an absolute whitewash and right off, but aye, we'll get in the water there. That's us all suited up and time to get in the water. The fish looks really good actually, which is surprising because I was really worried about this, but sun's out. Let's go find a bass. Lawrence has assured me that there's loads of big bass around here. Water 17 degrees, what's not to like? Whilst I was looking at these anemones, I spotted the claws of a lobster just poking out of its hole. So I put the spear into the hole. However, this crevice went well back and there was no way that I was able to get behind it. I had multiple dives marking the spot with my spear gun. However, I was unsuccessful at getting this lobster out, and after about 15 minutes I decided enough was enough and I was going to try something else. After we left the lobster alone, we were rewarded with a nice bed of scallops. So we picked up quite a few scallops off this spot for Lawrence for his family. Whilst I was looking for scallops, I came across what I thought was an oddly shaped flatfish. However, as I approached it, it changed colour and quickly shot off into the distance, and that was the point that I realised that it was a cuttlefish. Lawrence! Just a really big cuttlefish! Yeah, I didn't know what it was, I kind of froze. A whopping big cuttlefish like that. Unfortunately, that's the first time I came across a cuttlefish and I didn't react in time, which meant that the cuttlefish won in this occasion. Lovely. Good dive too.
Yeah.
Lovely. For the pot?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, nice work, Lawrence. Right, let's go see if I can find one of those.
Hey.
Once we moved into the shallower water, we found a decent amount of bait and I knew there must be something around. By this point my GoPro was starting to die, so I was trying to preserve the battery and not click every time I was going down. I turned on my GoPro just before this shoal of mackerel passed me and managed to spear one. I was absolutely delighted with this, as this is my first ever mackerel I've speared. It's quite a small, fast and difficult target to hit.
That's the best. Good. Woo! Mackerel. That is my first ever mackerel on a spear.
That right there was the point where the GoPro died, and that was the end of that footage for that session. It's a couple days later now, the weather's still pretty grim, pretty windy. We're going to try a slightly different location, still an east-facing shoreline, so hopefully we'll get some shelter from these really strong westerlies and just make the most of it and see what we can do. When in Devon, you go spearfishing. The second spot was this lovely east-facing bay, which looked really sheltered, and looking at navionics on the relief shading appeared to have some really good sized boulders which I was pretty confident would hold some fish. Okay, so Lawrence has made lots of promises today. He's promised me bass, he's promised kilda, scallops, and he's never even dived here, so I didn't know what's around.
If you can't catch a bass here, then there's no hope for you.
It does look good though, it does a bit look good, and there's meant to be 40-mile-an-hour winds today, which I can't see. Once in the water, I was quick to load up my roller gun and get on the hunt. It wasn't long before I saw this shoal of 4 mullet. I decided not to take a shot, hoping that they'd come back. However, this mullet weren't for coming back, and I tried a few more dives in the area and they'd scarpered. As I approached the pinnacle, I saw a decent shoal of bait, which looked quite skittish, and I was sure there'd be some kind of predators around. It wasn't long before this bass came out cruising around mid-water. I took a shot, however I went straight over the top of its head, which was really frustrating, especially when you're editing this up and you play it back frame by frame and realise just how bad the shot was. From this point on, I just couldn't hit anything. I was hell-bent on getting a bass, and that pressure really ruined me, unfortunately. Lawrence, however, managed to spear one nice bass.
That was at 10 metres.
Oh, nice.
And there was about 10 of them down there.
Cool, hold it up. Beautiful. Nice fish, Lawrence.
Yeah, he's alright.
Aye. On my last dive, I managed to get this brown crab and be engulfed in a shoal of wrasse and some dogfish. I decided this would be a good point to finish on. And unfortunately, all too quickly, the session was over. I really enjoyed spearfishing this warmer water, and I will certainly be back. Hopefully next time I'll be able to compose myself better and get a few more fish. Probably is actually. He's a male, so he's got good sized claws too. Got him? Ah, he's got me. Yeah, well he's got me between his forearms and the shell. That's all for this video. In my next video I go diving with Josh from Souls Untapped. We explore the Skye Bridge and we dive a wreck.